Bullsham here. Quick video, end of an era. Gonna be upgrading the Basement Beauties grow area here today to 2 larger tents than the 3 smaller ones we have here. Got a tent in from Vivosun 2x4. And we've actually replaced the 3x4 upstairs with a 4x4 as well. So the 3x4 is going to come down here, the 2x4, and we're going to basically have a similar amount of area with a little bit bigger space, basically. So we're going to probably be able to put some larger lights down here and hopefully get a little bit bigger plants going in the tents. But it's been a great setup for me for a while now, and these tents have done a great job. Just a quick run through, I got these old Vivosun tents from another YouTuber, and they had already been used for quite a while. I think they were used when he got them, quite honestly. They do have a few pinholes in them more than the other Vivosun tents that I have, which I'm not sure if those are factory or something happened to these tents. Some of my tents have pinholes from cats climbing up them, so who knows, it could be anything. But I will say that they've really held up well. I've done a lot of grows in these, and who knows how many grows I've done before. You know, that some of the mylar on the inside had separated a little bit on the floors. I got both the liners, so you can't really tell. After using this for a year or so, I broke one of the Velcro straps off that hold the door up, but I was kind of just pulling it off, so it's kind of my fault too. I was actually putting quite a lot of stress on that. I will say this Mars Hydro tent, which is a pretty good tent. You know, a lot of people like these tents. The strap on that broke off within a couple days of using it without really any issues, and it didn't have a Velcro strap. There's a couple things about this tent that they just didn't get right. Not having a big vent on the bottom for an air intake is really, you know, what I mean is like a 4-inch duct or a 4 to 6-inch duct, like most tents do, like these smaller tents have actually. It's a problem. It's a mistake. I'm not sure this material is even as rugged as this material. It's close. It's a little bit different, more plasticky. This is more of a cloth. And like I said, these done real well. These have all metal corners in them. I think this one does too. So bravo to Mars Hydro for the metal corners. I think the new 4x4 I have has, let me see if I can show one of the corners. You can see nice metal welded corner, and that's why these tents have lasted. The new 4x4 Vivosun I have does not have metal corners. It has little plastic corner plugs that hold metal corners together. It kind of looks like metal corners, but they're not. We'll see how long they hold up. That's a big tent that could have some big lights in it. I don't really trust a piece of plastic to hold, you know, a 40-pound light potentially. But anyway, we're gonna use one of these to keep the mothers in so that we can have a little more controllable environment for them than we've had. And we'll probably keep one for a dry tent potentially. We'll hook the other 2 tents up. And we got a new spider firmer light that's going to be going in one of them. We'll be doing a video of that pretty soon. And yeah, stick around. Some developments. I almost think I just saw a moth fly by. I'll have to track that down. Hey everybody. Bullshammer back here. We got this Vivosun 2x4 grow tent. Open it up. Just wanted to show you the box. There's this stripper in down the middle of it, so you won't inadvertently cut it when you open it. It does say Vivosun on the outside, but I don't believe it says grow tent. So if anybody didn't know, then they wouldn't know. Anyway, let's get all the mulch, holes here, tent, little tool bag, instructions, the corners. And this is what I want to get at right here. So I have several, actually I have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Vivosun tents beside this one. 4 of which are older models that I got a couple years ago. And I'm not going to look at one again. Basically, I just want to show you this. That right there, you can see it. There's a little plastic insert that holds these ends together. Maybe that's stronger than the welded joint that's on my old ones, but I don't know. It looks like it's metal corners, but these are not metal corners. Metal pieces for the plastic corner. So that's my one complaint about this so far. The other 4x4 that I have that's a newer one, everything else is great. The material seems fine, the zippers seem pretty much the same quality as the older ones. And that's one thing I like about my older Vivosun tents is the zippers have held up. They're consistently easy to open and close. There are a few tiny pinhole light leaks in the old ones, and I haven't noticed that in the new ones, so they might have fixed that a little bit, which is cool. But I wish they had kept the metal corners, so I'm not sold on them yet. We'll see. A small tent like this with small lights might be fine, but you start getting into a bigger tent, it might actually be a problem. So I don't know. We can hang a bigger light or whatever. All right, so we're gonna get this set up. We got the 3x4. Move down into the basement beauty space. That's set up with a 4-inch carbon filter. We do need to get a new pre-filter for that. 4-inch Vivosun exhaust fan, which has been doing duty for about 3 years, working great. It's kind of loud, but works great. So we're gonna hook the Vivosun tent to it and hook a small fan blowing through to this one and use that one exhaust for now. We're going to probably split that into 2 carbon filters shortly, but I don't have all the necessary ducting yet, so we'll get to that when we get to it. Right now we're gonna get it going. All right, look at that. Hey everybody, we're back. Say it took about 20 minutes to put this tent up, and about 2 days to get all the rest of the stuff in it so that we can start using it a little bit at a time. We run a bunch of power, mount some things correctly. We used to just have stuff on top of the tent, so I figured I'd try to string it up and get it off the tent. It's not super pretty, it's a work in progress. There will eventually be a board there that everything will be mounted to, be a little neater, but not until get the exhaust and intake fans straightened out. I'm gonna at some point have an intake fan split to each one of these tents for positive pressure, and get the exhaust fan split to 2 carbon filters. Right now we're just sharing one. So as you can see, we got the Vivosun 4-inch fan in here with a new sleeve on it. And I got a booster fan in here, pushing air in between the tents. And a passive air intake in this 3x4. The Vivosun tent, I got a 6-inch passive intake. That's because it has a 6-inch intake there, which the other one doesn't. That's one thing I would like to say. I might have been a little critical about the Vivosun plastic corners earlier, which are holding up. And probably okay for a 2x4. We'll see how they do in the 4x4. But anyway. They know how to put the holes in the tents correctly. They got six-inch holes on each side, so you could have up to a 6-inch intake, or even exhaust, or run whatever you need to through there. A 4-inch hole in the back, so that could be a 4-inch intake through the back. Another 4-inch hole there that you could use whatever, but you know, you use it for power cables like that out there. But up to a 6-inch hole on each side of the top. I'm using that to run booster fan in between the tents, and then an up to 8-inch hole up here, which most people would probably use for their carbon filter exhaust pipe. And it's very convenient how they do things. They know what is convenient and what you need. On top of that, Vivosun still has the best zippers. They use a Velcro strap here, which is much easier than some sort of buckle, and their Velcro straps seem to hold up for a while. And these zippers, same as my old tent. My old tent had a few light leaks. I don't seem to see, there's still a few in the zipper, I guess, but not many. Not like the other ones, and I don't see any in the actual fabric, so it's kind of hard to tell with this flash on, but that's really what I really appreciate about Sun. They have all the holes in the right places, and they use decent zippers that hold up over time. This other tent I have, the zippers are holding up, but they've always been suspect from day one. They've been difficult, and they're constantly self-repairing and they leak light like a sieve. So, you know, it's all right and it works, but these are definitely better. You know, the other thing is they improved the tray. They made it deeper and they fixed the Velcro thing so that they make more sense. Great job, Vivosun. That's awesome. Fortunately, looks like I had a rock under it while I was setting it up and made a divot in the bottom. So I'll trust that to be waterproof or not. But I don't really rely on it anyway, so it's not a big deal. But there's a little Hurricane 6-inch fan stacked up here. Vivosun hydrometer does humidity and temperature. They sell those on Amazon fairly cheap. And, you know, the magnet's not quite as robust as those Accurate ones, but I find those fall off the pole too. So may as well just put a thing on it. How you do? What I will say about those is they take a big giant watch battery. So if you do get those, you might want to order a package of batteries because they usually don't have those at the corner store. So anyway, got the Spider Farmer SF2000 in here that I used to run in the 3x4 by itself, so I think it'll flower out this 2x4 just fine. And exhausting everything into this 3x4 and outside. Everything seems to be holding up pretty well. We're going to put a light in here and get some plants in here, get things going. At some point this will improve a little more, but it is what it is for now. I think it's going to be great. With the old autopilot built-in timer power strip up here, I really love that thing. So I'm running 210s on it completely. And it's controlling everything. One side's constant, one side's switched. I love it. I have 2 of them. I'm working on getting 2 more so that all my tents have them. Anyway, these are going pretty good here. With the old tents over here, we'll see what we're going to do with them. But for now, we got to get these going. I want to thank Vivosun for giving me a chance to try this out and increase the volume in the Basement Beauties series. We're going to post another series of that we got with the Spider Farmer SF1000, compare that to the other lights we run, and then we'll be on to this new one. So stay tuned. Stay safe. Old Hammer out.